How's it going, everybody? And today I'm going to be doing a guide on how to properly spot and stalk animals in the way of the hunter. Today in this particular video we're going to be doing this around deer because really all the other animals kind of act the same. The spot and stalk strategies is pretty much the same around all the species. So we're just going to use deer in this case, and I've got some in front of me and I'm going to show you guys how to get up and close and personal to them. The first part of spot and stalking an animal is to actually find the animal first. So I got a couple of good ways on this specific map, the map in Idaho, to do this. I really like to come down here to the grasslands and I'll follow these tree lines all around these open fields. I'll never really go out into the open field unless I have to. I follow these tree lines, and if I see a deer, I will either, if I can get a shot at where I'm at, perfect. If not, maneuver myself around in the trees to get to them. That way they're pretty much not going to see me, and if I'm moving slow enough, they're not going to hear me. Now, if you're up in the mountains, the obvious thing to do is stick to ridges when you're spotting for animals. Be looking at all different things, check for all different movements, just pan left to right, and just look for any weird movement, anything that's out of the ordinary. And then when you see it, go after them at in a smart way anyways. Remain in cover, slowly walk. Even though they might be far away, you can move at a faster pace if they're really far away, but as you get closer, you're going to have to take the speed into consideration. The speed in which you move is going to play a crucial part in whether you're going to be getting close to these animals or not. So right now there is pretty much, I think, 3 different speeds. There's 2 for crouch, and there's I think 3 for standing up. Now for standing up, you can either pretty much run, or you can kind of walk at a normal pace, and then you can just slowly walk. I do not recommend standing up for any part of hunting in this unless you're just trying to get somewhere really quick and you don't care about scaring anything off. Now crouched, you have a faster pace just like this right here, and then you have a super slow pace right here. I recommend this for literally the entire time. You can do the faster one and kind of just, if you're playing on controller, kind of move the analog just slightly and then just go at it on the fly and just adjust as you need. But I'll highly recommend just this speed. Now the reason why is because even when you're crouched and you're walking faster, you're making more noise essentially, and they're still going to hear you from a ways away. So you got to be very careful with that. So speed is a crucial part, guys. Really take that in consideration when you're trying to go at an animal. So a crucial step into spot and stalking an animal is considering which way is the wind blowing. So right now we have pretty much kind of like a northwest wind, it's going towards the northwest, and right now I've got animals pretty much in front of me, so the wind, my scent is going to be carried over to them right now because of the way the wind's blowing, and that scent will probably go about 200 yards from where you're at according to this little deal right here. So if you see this little pink little dust or whatever that's coming up, that is your scent, and that is how far in this game your scent is being carried. So if these animals are right here, they're going to smell that and they're going to spook off. So what if you have a situation like this where you got deer in front of you and you got your scent going towards them? What I would do is I would go further to the right of that. So the further right I go, as I turn my character here, the wind is no longer kind of going in their direction. So that is going to be a crucial tip for you when you're spot and stalking an animal and when you're starting to get up close and personal with them. Being in good cover can make the difference between you scaring off the animal and them even coming closer to you. So right now I've got a deer in front of me, very, very close. I could easily take a shot right now, but say they weren't and they were a little bit further, say that hill was more extended, then if they were coming at us or whatever, we could go to the right here, crouch over to this tree, stay here until they get to us, or we could even prone and crawl up to that tree to get even closer to them. They're not going to hear you. If you're moving at a slow enough pace, you'll be just fine. But if we get up and crouch and we just start walking directly at them, or even going more into this field right here, they're easily going to see us. So if we have a rock, you can get behind that and maneuver around that to get a shot. So take cover into consideration when you're going after an animal. The final thing is to use your collars. Now unfortunately, collars only really have I think a 280 meter radius, or 200 yards-ish or whatever it is. So they're not going to hear it really past that. Unfortunately, that's not how it is in real life. Real life collars be carried a lot longer away, especially if you're like elk hunting up in the mountains or even moose hunting. You can literally call and a moose or whatever can hear that from like almost a mile away. But right now, as they are, you can still use them. So right now, if I wanted this doe to even get closer, say I was using a lower caliber rifle and I really just need to get that animal close so I can guarantee it's an easy shot. So just call them in. So calling is another great tool that you can have, but hopefully they make it better and make it to where the calls go out further. Alright, and that's going to be all my tips I really have at the moment for spot and stalking animals in the way of the hunter. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.